Hello friends, aviation enthusiasts, and wingmen. Before we get into today's topic, I wanted to update you on something that is happening in my life. This month, approximately on or around the 30th of March, I will become a father to a little girl. My wife and I are extremely excited to be parents, and we cannot wait to meet our little one. That being said, my new extended family will take priority over all things alongside my military career. So my content may become a little infrequent for the next couple months, but I will continue to develop new videos and get footage when I can in my off time. But, like I said, most of my time will undoubtedly go to my baby girl. I will of course continue to pump out videos as often as I can. The frequency may just be a little all over the place. So it's really not that different from now. I really am trying to work on a schedule, but as I am active duty, my schedule tends to fluctuate. Thank you guys so very much for your continued growing support. I am truly looking forward to how far we can take this channel together. Hello, and welcome to the 6th episode of my Arma 3 Showcase series. Today's topic is a favorite of anyone that grew up watching Top Gun, the F-14 Tomcat mod by Firewill. The Tomcat was the third mod released in Firewill's lineup, hitting the workshop back in October of 2015. Since then, the F-14 has received multiple updates to keep it relevant and on the same level as its other releases. Designed by the Grumman Aerospace Corporation, the F-14 Tomcat is an American twin-engine, two-seat, variable sweep-winged supersonic fleet defender. It was the first U.S. fighter jet to be designed with twin tails. The Tomcat was developed for the United States Navy's VFX, or Naval Fighter Experimental Program, after the collapse of the F-111B project. The F-14 was the first of the American Teen Series fighters, which were designed incorporating air combat experiences gained against MiGs during the Vietnam War. The first flight of the F-14 took place on December 21, 1970, and subsequently entered active service with the United States Navy in 1974, while simultaneously seeing its first deployment aboard the USS Enterprise. Though fielded at the end of the Vietnam War, the Tomcat didn't see action over the skies of Vietnam, as American forces were beginning to draw down in the area due to the increasing pressure from the American public and severe negative backlash towards the war. Designed to be the Navy's primary maritime air superiority fighter and interceptor, the F-14 found a home as a tactical aerial reconnaissance aircraft and eventually as a precision attack platform later in its service life. The F-14 has a long and storied history and is still the mental image pictured when someone says the words fighter jet, especially after being showcased in the 1980s The Final Countdown and in 1986's Top Gun. The F-14's armament demanded respect until the day it retired from active service with the United States Navy in 2006. The Tomcat's air-to-air combat prowess was initially built around the AIM-54 Phoenix missile, which was the largest and farthest-reaching beyond visual range missile ever fielded by the United States. Coupled with the powerful AN/AWG-9 guidance radar, the Tomcat was the first fighter in the world that could simultaneously track and engage multiple targets. Capable of tracking up to 24 aircraft and launching AIM-54 Phoenixes against 6 of those targets, the F-14 was the king of fleet defense and an absolute monster of an air superiority fighter. Even after launching 6 AIM-54s, the F-14 still had 2 AIM-9 Sidewinders and 2 AIM-7 Sparrows for close and medium range engagements, respectively. Missiles weren't the only toys the Tomcat brought to the fight. If an enemy aircraft was somehow fortunate enough to make it through the barrage of long and medium range missiles, the F-14's large wings and absurdly powerful engines could bring the M61A1 Vulcan cannon to bear on its targets in close-in dogfight maneuvers. At all ranges, the F-14 could kill you before you even knew you were dead. The F-14's ground attack capabilities went through numerous phases, being planned and then scrapped only to be resurrected in the early 1990s with the F-14B. After the first Gulf War, the Navy was planning on retiring its A-6E Intruder, which carried out a large portion of the air-to-ground attacks alongside the FA-18 Hornet. The Navy would need an aircraft to fill the void the A-6 left as it departed active service. The F-14B was subsequently developed, which had improved avionics and fire control systems that would allow for more sophisticated precision-guided munitions. Leaps and bounds ahead of the iron bombs the F-14 was previously cleared to carry. As the mid-90s rolled around, the FA-18E Super Hornet was scheduled to begin entering active service to be the premier strike platform for the Navy. However, there was no definitive date of entry scheduled. As a rather expensive technological stopgap, the F-14D Super Tomcat was developed and fielded until the Super Hornet could come online. The F-14D came with a glass cockpit, further improved fire control radar, precision-guided munitions such as the GBU-38 JDAM, and the ability to carry the Lantern navigation and targeting pod. Furthermore, the aging AN/AWG-9 radar was replaced by the newer AN/APG-71 radar that was borrowed and improved upon from the F-15E Strike Eagle of the United States Air Force. The first F-14As were powered by the Pratt & Whitney TF-30P414A engines, which were carried over from the Navy's failed F-111B program, the direct predecessor to the F-14. These engines were carried over due to the cost Congress had already incurred buying engines for the F-111B. The TF-30s were dangerously prone to compressor stalls when at high angles of attack and if the throttle was moved too aggressively. These stalls would result in the notorious flat spin due to the engine nacelles being spaced so far apart. This resulted in an inverse yaw effect that would occur, which was extremely difficult to recover from. As a result, it didn't take long for the Navy to upgrade their F-14s, now designated the F-14B, with the F-110 GE400 engines, which provided a 30% increase in thrust, vastly improved reliability at low and high angles of attack, and helped the F-14 achieve a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1:1 when in a light weapons and fuel configuration. The F-110 engines were so powerful that afterburners were no longer needed to get the Tomcat airborne from the carrier's catapult. In fact, it was largely considered unsafe to launch an afterburners using the F-110s due to the small chance that an engine would flame out or stall on takeoff, resulting in an immediate and unrecoverable yaw effect that would cause the F-14 to plummet into the water faster than the pilot could autocorrect. As a result, the F-110 equipped F-14s would only take off using afterburners when absolutely necessary. The F-110 engines would go on to power the F-14D until its eventual retirement in 2006. Overall, the F-14 is a classic fighter aircraft that is loved just as much today as it was in the mid-80s when it was at its peak performance, if not more. The Tomcat will always hold a special place in the hearts of the kids that grew up with Top Gun on VHS, and is the only fighter jet in the world we would take into the danger zone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and help my channel grow. I primarily make Arma 3 content and would love your guys' suggestions in the comments section. I read all of your comments, and your messages are a huge factor that drives the channel in the direction it's going. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.